There have to be ideas, and, well, this team's never afraid to try something wacky.
No, straight away, you're going to have the smokes, getting them across. Not going to have anything in sort of late round utility. That's going to be one of the bigger issues that they'll have here. Shock darts put through, but not really going to be able to die too much. And already look at Shao, lurking his way through the backlines. The first kill finally onto the board, and it goes the way of NAVI. In fact, so does absolutely everything. Only going to be 2 remaining. Leo at least will be able to find 1. But they've got to watch out for the man lurking in the backlines. Even if they manage to find a kill up front, I don't think it's going to matter.
Now at this stage, there's nothing to be done by Chronicle. It's only a matter of time. Lined. So the A site's that little bit easier to get onto. From that point, though, it's all about Zyppan. Nothing but clean shots out of this guy dancing around those pyramids. Yeah, a pest.
I think something that needs to be brought up as well is
down for Derke, and even now his gate crash, I'm not sure if it's intended, but it didn't make it all the way through, so much more passive fallback keeps him around this site for a fight early, and Chronicle doubling up on the angle. They weren't ready for it, weren't expecting there to be another player around there. Angel, oh, he's stuck destroying utility, and the fight won by Chronicle leaves them in a very tough spot. Still a pistol on Shao, who will be quickly taken down, and Chronicle's looking to get that a little bit more onto the boxes, and potentially even catch that Viper off guard. It's all timing based. Apparently Ardiis is way ahead of it.
Even still, Alpha, he's going to get wrapped on. There was Angel. It was actually the fake out that got tagged initially. But Angel's just going to go looking for information, just try and clear everything out on those backlines, even go potentially back through mid. May have even seen Derke going through the spawn. I'm not necessarily sure. It seems like SUYGETSU's already holding for it, though.
Oh, there's the flash. That's going to give it away. Maybe for Derke, you know, it's the right play in a lot of situations, but the element of surprise gone. The flash is perfect! That double that secures main, gets ult online, and now they look to the site. Fake crash in, no flashes, but he can reveal the information. That's all this is about. 1 on the backside, spotted. I don't think he saw Zyppan somehow, but there's the info. Eventually connected. They can start the defuse, bait them into open fights, but Derke's gone down. Chronicle does well, protecting the president on the defuse. Curious to see if we have issues there later. Derke, this is a nasty position, not one you'll see occupied all too often at any level of gameplay. He's TP'd out to yellow. Although there's a decoy running around the left side, there's no one really to challenge him up close. Still catching the kill onto Ardiis from miles away. Flash is good, it's great in fact. And now everything left onto Zyppan, a 1 versus 4, the spike not planted. They have a good idea where he is now with the push out of Derke. They've boxed him in as well.
Yeah, this is looking like prime Derke.
The ult popped. A minute 30 on the clock as Angel looks to move towards the site. Not a ton of information to work with, and well, now a little bit of danger. Oh, coming out of the ult, just tried facing him. That hasn't worked out according to plan, and now the response from Derke. They've already got the advantage, but they're not happy with it. Hunter's Fury thrown through for even more. All things considered, NAVI might be happy with the amount they've been able to force out of FNATIC. They had a lot of ults online coming into this round, and with mostly pistols, they're able to take those ults out of their hand.
I guess the counters, they've also used a couple of their own. That's true. Like, to get no kills in a round where you use Dimensional Drift and a Blade Storm is definitely not ideal, even if the ults are traded out on the other side. And if we're being honest, Derke hasn't really needed them much thus far. He's playing an aggressive game, but a safe one at that. He's still going to go in for the further fights, looking to try and get himself even more in terms of... On the other side of things, can't say the same. Angel's been very aggressive, and he is not prepared for the reswing. Even still, it's only going to be a trade. Chronicle has gone down in response. But again, a lot of what we're expecting from this attack side is having those few smokes and then having Angel there to take the space. Well, Angel's already gone, and they've got a minute left.
Well, that's it. Derke was showing him he's a little bit predictable. Sending the decoy out, and Derke just walks straight past it. Taking the fight on Angel. Leaving them with an advantage, and now he sends out his own on the back of a flash. No, flash not committed just yet. He's holding on to that for a little bit later. In fact, it looks like he's about to get a push right up on top of him. SUYGETSU down, but the trade comes in quickly. Advantage still sitting with NAVI with that spike down. Shao manages to find Alpha just moments after the ult, and the shock dart for damage, but it won't get enough. Leo needs to find his kill on the Zyppan, and there it is. His shock darts have been deadly for either side. There's still enough time to get this one done, and a position that they can manage to defuse on just behind that pillar. The orb going to be used, delaying it with the grav well. Time's still there as they attempt it one more time. Here come the spams.
No.
Not quite on, and it's already too late. It's gone.
That's a painful one.
Leo looked genuinely frustrated. There's Derke after the reposition. I think he's got to be so careful. Ardiis on 5 health, playing it as if he's got 150, and SUYGETSU's got one with the Sheriff. Damage has been done. It's not an easy round to convert, but this is one of the best chances they've had.
Wow, a little bit depressing, if we're being honest. Derke, though, still alive. And with this many players tagged up, it's like a kid in a candy shop, but it'll be interesting to see if he actually goes through it as well. He will now. Has every single piece of information the team could ever need. 3 players already spotted. In fact, I wonder what he's going to try and attempt here. Just playing in front of that screen already. You can see the Viper util, but Angel does manage to win the fight. It's another incredibly low player.
Yeah, that's it. SUYGETSU and Angel, a sliver of health. SUYGETSU's quickly dealt with, so is Angel. A headshot. In fact, it's all down to Shao's Sheriff. 5 kills on the board, 3 more to tally up. The time, you can see how slow FNATIC are approaching this. They're waiting for the Toxins to come back up just to lock him out entirely. Still Gravwell to work with, and that's going to buy him a bit of time, but they've gotten it halfway already. The Toxins go down, but every shot needs to land. There's the first. Can buy himself another battle, another
team
duel.
That is currently within the Alpha group.
Trying to spot them out on the aggression, nothing there. Until there is. Shao.
You are.
Now he has to give that up, you'd imagine.
Will eventually fall back. Second man advantage gathered up, and almost a good flash in the end. It's going to have to be Derke going absolutely huge from the backline. He's going to drop the spike. There's still so many players here. Rotation eventually comes through, but he's now going to be stunned up and nobody able to really capitalize off it. NAVI definitely have the information of where these players currently are, but you never know with Derke what he's going to be able to achieve. They've just gone swinging around the outside, though. They still
don't have a KO, so instead try to do it with the rifles in play. Angel spotting out a lot of info. He has a sight clear. He has got Spike in his hands. I don't know if that's going to play into it, make him a bit more cautious. Apparently not. Alpha drop, traps down, and plant secured.
Yeah, another one for ardiis as well. Seems like they're starting to wake up a little bit. Leo's still here. Derke now with an operator. Probably not the ideal gun for this sort of scenario. And they know exactly where he is. I thought for a second he was going to win that, but Shao's a safe pair of hands. A 2 versus 5. Opportunity still. With Leo hitting shots like this, you can never really doubt when he's in this level of form, but clearing these players out is not going to be easy. There's not really a reason for them to overpeak. There's SUYGETSU still in middle as well. A late lurk, same as the prior round. Just try and make sure there's no escape and no chance of them getting any level of a defusal. And wow, 2-0 of their own. Definitely keeps things interesting, but I'm sure they won't want to do that. He's actually TP'd in! I didn't think for a second he was going to stick that one, but Alpha's just been destroyed.
Yeah, the flash was absolutely perfect. Alpha couldn't see a thing. Boaster's dropped as well. And this site wide open. We said how hard it is to hold on to control once Alpha falls. And with no Viper screen in play on this B site, there's next to no holding on. Op shot from ardiis seems to be sealing the fate of FNATIC at a 7-5 scoreline. Derke also going to be dropped, and Leo doesn't.
His team, and also just some of these set plays. Like it is just the riskiest of gameplay coming out from Angel. At all opportunities, he's
tags as well with the wall bangs coming through. Zyppan and ardiis have taken a lot of damage. Ardiis a little bit more now with that shot connected from Alfajer. FNATIC will set their sights on A. Wall goes down. You can see how much easier it is to push into this site for the FNATIC squad. At least taking the control towards the site itself, planting for main as well. Although Shao seems to be swinging wide around the side. Looked like he had a chance for a moment, but well, I guess they pushed him back with the util.
Zyppan's lost the battle as well, putting this heavily in the advantage of FNATIC. Although SUYGETSU at least gets one. I don't know if there's going to be too much more. Shao still survived for an unbelievable amount of time, but eventually...
Oh, attacking side, pistol secured. And the follow-up should be that little bit easier. Alpha feeling activated in this round too. My goodness. Find him 4 kills early.
To get from this position, especially with FNATIC being so patient. That's a nice shot though, and that's Boaster out. A lot of the time, I think he may have even been holding on to some of the utility to try and get them in. Angel, though, on the re-swing is going to get nothing.
It was a little ambitious.
It has to be.
In a round where everyone's got rifles to work with. on the other side, not on your side. ardiis has picked up a second now on middle, and I'm not too sure how he got that one, if I'm being honest. We'll get that one in a replay later for sure. Guys magnetized ahead, but so is Alpha by the looks of things. Clean, but he's tagged down to 31. Another well-placed shot coming out of ardiis. And with 14 seconds left, they've got to be speedy, making their way into this site, but ardiis doesn't know where Alpha had gone.
Obviously, he's only a couple away from having that dimensional drift.
Coming out of NAVI, in no small part due to this. 30 seconds left on the clock, they've pumped the brakes yet again. And from the perspective of the other squad, it's got to be frustrating. You go out to check if they're still here, if there's any players around, you lose your life. Shao just had that happen. Although Chronicle taken down, seemed to equalize things a little bit. 12 seconds left. Spike goes in for the plant. They finally dealt with Zyppan, but ardiis is still here. No angle to deny, and the 24 HP very nearly loses his life. You want to see him wait for SUYGETSU. He's on his way around to main. That off angle could help them out. In fact, SUYGETSU had the chance, but Derke ripped his head clean off. And now...
They had 4 players within the site, but then just the battles, you could see that, I think it was only really ardiis winning any of them, and he was on 24 HP when he took his first kill. To have a stack up like that and get barely any pretty ludicrous amount of credits to think that they won't close out just a couple of rounds seems unlikely. This is why there was save credits. ardiis, oh, he's not going to get out of there. It's a one and done. Okay, Derke has been getting probably about 40% of all of FNATIC's kills, so maybe it's technically taken down a couple of players. But I don't know if they're going to see it that way.
Say the same for ardiis, though. He's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting on NAVI. Now he's down and out, so equal trades. Well, that seems to put FNATIC a step ahead from what we've seen so far. And it being the attack side, this map now thins out. It's the same size, but the numbers you've got to defend it, not quite there. That's a free kill onto SUYGETSU, from SUYGETSU, pardon me, onto Boaster. Just a swing out on mid, catches the Viper, I guess, setting up a lineup, or just holding the angle for his team, but, well, you can see him clearly behind that box.
Look how far Alpha's managed to get. They're wary that he's still in tube because he's been there every single round. He's just managed to walk out onto the site without anybody even noticing. And then it's a little bit of a bait from his teammate just to give him the freebie of a kill. Nice shot from Zyppan, at least, and a second one added to the death toll. It leaves Leo. A clutch scenario. 15 and 6 so far. He needs 3, and he's not even
getting to 6. Massive margin to get back into it.
From last round has already been cleared with the drones, so FNATIC are trying to react to him, and I can understand why. With how he's been playing, Alpha, he's straight back there again. I said, in tube, he's been a menace. They've been watching for him all the time. This time, he heads in with an operator, and immediately after this, FNATIC look to just execute. Move straight through almost immediately. Derke is trying to clear these angles, but he hasn't actually managed to spot anybody within this site. It's only going to be Shao here, just trying to catch someone off guard, and while Angel is going to go down in the end.
Shao's in a nice spot to follow up on as they attempt to push the Hunter's Fury. Derke getting a little ahead of himself, has given 1 kill back, but it's still a 2 versus 4. The advantage clearly in favor of FNATIC. The only downside is not having planted that spike just yet. But even as these NAVI players move towards the site to attempt to deny it or to defuse it later, Boaster has an off angle.
Alpha just ran up.
Alpha just runs. You know, sometimes you got to take the fights. Can't hide away. Always a problem with someone like a Yoru around. That flash perfect.
Nice.
And the updraft from ardiis connects the kill. If not, it would have been Angel trading it out anyways. Now they reset for the A site control, but Derke's taken some of his own. Decoy on its way out. Good tag and good follow-up. Zyppan thought he had a fight on his hands, but the decoy kept him in position long enough for the ult to work out. Only SUYGETSU left to make this one work, and the neural theft got the assist at least.
Hands.
A lot of pressure on that squad, but NAVI not a team to feel it. They will feel that shock dart, though. A lot of damage done, and a few spams, too. But it's Derke who's the first to fall. FNATIC lose control over market, over mid, and they lose Boaster as well. That's a big pick that sends the attackers back in the other direction. With the rotates already even coming into B, looks like the A side is wide open for business, and they leave a lurk late in from ardiis. Nice shots connected. 3 already before he's put down. And I'm not too sure about Leo's chances. No shocks left. Damage has been done, Tom. A couple of these players are low. This would be a crazy clutch and an ace to start out the map if he's to win it.
If he had a shock dart, I'm giving him like 40% odds. Right.
with that HP, yeah, for sure.
Just because he always seems to land one. Unfortunately, this I'm going to have to lower it to about 5%. Like, it's still Leo. He can still pull off miracles, but you can see where NAVI are playing. They've had their silly, goofy map. They've had the one that they lose at the beginning of the day, and then things always seem to change from this point onwards. The one way even placed up. This is how carefully that works too. And now they're going quickly, very quickly indeed. In fact, Alpha's almost having to sprint his way back because of how quick they're moving into this site.
This player's on site pretty isolated. Alpha's util taken out. They can see it all and they can deal with it nicely. And Alpha's dropped, but they weren't ready for Leo. Luckily, they'll drop him right afterwards. The trade's quick and clean from the side of NAVI. Double swings, triple swings even out on the laneway. And ardiis was sent out to find space elsewhere. He's caught on the stairs with a spam through the wall. And that does give FNATIC a decent chance to fight their way back through. That's not only a big player taken down in terms of heavy hitting, but it also leaves SUYGETSU isolated. Now, they don't have a lot to clear him out of this position. A knife back online in 5 seconds. And I actually think that's what Chronicle just tried to activate. I'll have it online now to clear main. I presume it's where he was looking just moments ago, but this time it's decided to use a little bit more shallow. So SUYGETSU strikes and finds one. They have to clear both players on site, then get towards SUYGETSU. They've done that nicely. Derke getting on the defuse now, needs to get it to half, and the jump peak's enough to pull him off the full stick. That's going to be it. Time already gone. Even with Derke's kill, he will not get out of here.
Fully some vulnerabilities, and it is direct once more, but they may question going for this.
A huge boost that we can see the effects of, and if they can find this round relatively flawless, it's going to be hard to put them down to a weaker round for quite a while. Great start to this map and to this round, especially 2 kills already going their way. Possibility for more. They should have suspected Leo to be somewhere here, but the smoke, they thought it was safe. It proves not to be, and Alpha's picked up 2 with the classic in mid. This round is somehow competitive again.
Yeah, that's not the gun he's looking for. That is. Got the rifle in his hands. Found the kill onto Angel as well. Now into the one versus.
See that rotation continue. Derke's not going to be here to deal with it. Chronicle, flash in hand. Here comes the swing, but it's too late. ardiis has already picked up one and very nearly another. 13 health on Chronicle as he barely makes it out alive, and shock darts flying through the air send him scurrying. They've done damage back to ardiis in the same way. The advantage sits with NAVI, post-plant Hunter's Fury to work with as well. They can run that clock down. They'll be carrying these through to the next round, at least trying. Alpha. Oh, he's gotten so low.
And then I think it was even just slightly before that.
NAVI have looked incredibly good, and now they use an ult to entry into sight, but pretty passive play coming out the side of Alfajer. He was way back on mid, avoids his utility being taken out on that initial burst, manages to delay them a couple of seconds and leave FNATIC in an okay position for retakes.
This is the thing though with NAVI, they're just so direct in their takes that you take a pause to maybe try and adapt to what they were doing in the past, and they just run it down through B main. They now have a Hunter's Fury, and you might be thinking, well, okay, but he's within the site, but it's such narrow avenues to try and get back in that would be such a disruptive ult if he decides to use it. But the fact is FNATIC are the ones having to try and find a way in. That's not the start they were looking for. Derke already gone. They're spotting all the players out in front of them. They've done quite a lot of damage with the spams, but they need some sort of kill, and SUYGETSU is still going to be causing them issues from behind. Finally, Alpha comes alive, picks up one, a second as well, a clean couple of kills, but look at the time. Already ticking so low. Alpha is trying to do it all on his own. He's going to try and stick this one. I don't even know if his teammates are sticking around. They've fallen back. They've left him on his own.
One suppressed.
And if you try and mind game Angel, you're going to be in for a bad time. It never goes well. Aggressive spot. Zyppan in an awkward position. They've at least been able to isolate that jaw. Better start, but there's a reaction almost immediately. Looking to try and run straight back in through short. They've taken that control, but they are surrounded.
Take flight.
But trying to fight their way back towards the site, realizing that space hasn't been fully taken yet. Updraft used by ardiis. He's going to have a tough time making it out, but the smoke just about covered his retreat. Now they get to reset for another attempt at the round. Good damage done. It's the wallbang from Alpha to find it playing underneath the turret. That's a nasty setup, and he's got the value for it. 3 kills with Spike dropped in market, and well, they might not know where SUYGETSU is, but they don't much care. They can just sit down, hold this spike, and win the round on the time. SUYGETSU's job to find all 5 members of FNATIC. It looks like there's no... Playing very aggressive. Flash goes through. ardiis is caught. Boaster pulling the smoke out. He's deleted. Hunter's Fury used, and it's catching 2 tags. No kill. No follow-up on the back of it, and that damage has to be Followed by someone 50 HP, and those shocks are landing 20, and it's time to leave for Chronicle.
Oh, it seems like they might be looking to even try and battle, to try and deny anything more. Obviously, the plan for FNATIC is to try and get that lockdown into position, but with ardiis still here, he's just going to try and stop this. In fact, he has a little bit of help from Angel, so he can hold the ground. Nice work from Derke, though. He's got in on the flank. Made this one competitive, brought it back to an even stance, but not for long. ardiis may be low, but he's still fighting. The battle of the Jets with SUYGETSU still lurking, but ardiis lands another shot. It's left all onto the Finn. He's been quiet so far. The first goes his way through, and he hits it with the classic!
They move in for the plant, and this lockdown, it seems like it could be a big problem, but Angel's dealing with it. Gets dropped by this man. Unbelievable adjustment by ardiis later on, but they thought he might have been defusing. They have to go through.
Side in that round to try and pad the gap, and while ardiis is just fragging at the moment, they're happy to give him this hero rifle to try and do everything on his own. Paranoia is good, will at least force them back for the moment, but they're going to try and execute off this Boaster under pressure. He's been spotted and he's just not hitting today, and Derke can't save them this time.
Well, we spoke about the money-making rounds for NAVI, how they wouldn't be on a low buy for quite a while. Well, that was achieved at least, but ardiis is here!
When they had this ult available, just removes all the utility. I don't think they've checked for Alpha, so that's at least something. That's already ardiis going to be gone with the immediate trade. Leo, I don't know if he'll be expected. I don't know if they'll clear both close corners. They have not, and that's actually just as the ult ended as well. Trade's working out perfect.
Drop a nade right at his feet. You know, it's a fantastic crossfire. That was the part that was unknown to me. Chronicle getting involved in the first fight, and it was just a
6-0. Backside out from FNATIC, and that's a good start. Nice little pop flash to take out ardiis the last couple of rounds. He's gone down early, but they tried to double down. They tried to go in with a second flash, and that's where they're punished.
Once suppressed.
Clear this out. It will go across to Wine because there was a deep smoke earlier on. Now they know that control is safe and secure. So the push up on A can begin. No need to worry about these players on off angles. They've even spotted Leo, taking down Boaster easily. It seems to be the theme of this game with Zyppan on another. The site is secured and a plant is found. Man advantage swinging heavily towards NAVI. Still an ulti in back pocket for Shao. I'm not sure if it's going to get an opportunity to be used. Instead, he's just got his rifle out waiting for that overpeak out of Alpha.
This NAVI side is stacked up. It is the B site, and that's the opposite of where they're heading. Zyppan does damage, but he doesn't manage to find an opening kill. Nice work from Alpha, as he could just split this team up. Goes back for a little bit more, but he's holding this, not allowing them to rotate. And well, all I'll say is good luck, Shao. The last man on the site. They're going to go pushing towards him. That's the only saving grace. The time ticking off. He's managed to find a second kill, but he thinks they're going... He's already playing. He's going walkabouts. He wants to fight straight away. He's been spotted, but it doesn't even matter. It's an... If anything, this would be B, but they actually went back the other way.
Yeah, NAVI put their eggs in the wrong basket. Seems they're going to come falling out. Let's see if there's a bounce to it. Zyppan, one at least found. Chronicle still being very, very low. Will struggle to even cross to the side if he waits much longer. 12 seconds as SUYGETSU dances around, attempting to isolate, fights successfully doing so. And that's the spike drop. Stay there. Alfajer left. Don't think that's going to have much consequence, not spotting Leo. Oh, that will have a consequence, though. I mean, they were even thinking about putting the drone through. Alpha says, hold on, wait 1 sec. Let me just see if he's still there. Takes his head clean off. Now they've got control towards the site, potentially just ardiis standing in his way. The dash was perfect right after the shot landed. Numbers equalized. ardiis back out looking for more. This guy doesn't know how to back down. SUYGETSU not able to spray transfer. The ammo runs dry. And FNATIC with that pick, I thought they'd move towards the spawn. Instead, they look for ardiis. They find him, pick it up, and Zyppan flashing a little bit early. Gives away the play, but still finds two. It's down to Shao and Boaster. The Omen head-to-head, one of them's had a little bit of an easier series so far than the other, but this could be Boaster's chance to pull it all back in their favor.
My ultimate is ready.
It's been his awakening this round. He's got a couple of kills, but he is up against Shao, a full belt of utility. Ultimate available for Boaster if he wants to try and use it to try and reposition, get some info, but may not want to give anything away to Shao.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke already thrown out. Paranoia could be utilized towards this backside, and Boaster is just homed in on that smoke, waiting for him to make some sort of sound, but that sound is not going to be heard. It has to be the instant shot, but he's not seen him! It's perfect for him!
They don't get hit by the flash. The fact there's a reactive paranoia, and he's ahead of it. And what a way to win out the round for Boaster.
FNATIC are going to do their due diligence. They'll take their time. Okay. Normally, Alpha's the one dishing out those sort of shots, not on the receiving end. And that actually cuts off one side of the map for them. You're already going to see ardiis go back to just jump spotting mid. But they are now making their way further towards that stack. If they push into this, it could be huge problems for FNATIC.
Well, not a big problem taking Zyppan down, but yeah, the numbers what make this so terrifying. Drone on its way, running out, found one. It's not enough to send them in the other direction. They might think that's an isolated player. Derke's finding out it's not. The dash reveals at least 3 here now. FNATIC realize they've ran into the stack, but there's nothing to do. They have to take these fights. They have to win them, and it's Leo with all the pressure.
He's got smokes,
exactly
he's
right.
got all the delay.
Smokes, all this sort of stuff they'd already killed out. One on the other side, nicely done by Derke to find one, and the damage makes it an easy trade. Weapon retreat for Leo, but he's gone into his drone at the wrong moment. Boaster saves the day on the frenzy, keeps the numbers in their favor, 4 versus 2. Zyppan and SUYGETSU left to do it all, make that just the cipher of NAVI. And with damage done, it might look a little bit easier. Up he goes, the exact idea being they're gonna use that lockdown and we can punish it. It worked. At least to punish the lockdown, but now FNATIC have that ult to use here if they so wish.
Yeah, they've already spotted a couple of players. Counter knife, there is that lockdown, which is going to force them into more awkward positions. Nice shot from Shao, though. They may just opt to try and play the retake from this position. Angel, though, is going to take down a second. There's no way they're getting into this site at this point. Counter Hunter's Fury as NAVI want to get themselves to 12, although it hasn't connected onto anyone. Alpha, he's taking a risk, he's taking a gamble, he's got a chance to 2, and he finds it as well. Leaves things into a competitive position. He may have gone down, but he's given them a chance. Leo and Boaster stuck in a 2v3 scenario. No abilities to be had. They're going to be stuck at the back of the site, waiting for their opponents to commit to this. ardiis with an operator, honed in on this position, waiting for somebody to try and swing. The timing wasn't the best, and he's not going to connect the shots, but his teammates are slowly making their way forward. Even still, though, that clock is ticking down. NAVI need to get a move on, and the shot's just not hitting. It's left on to Boaster.
Punishes here before Zyppan, the first man to take contact, the reveal. Not going to give any information away past that there's one player there, but now it starts to come rolling in. Oh. Dash out of Derke, but he's obscured by the smoke. Leo manages to find one with the wall back. Okay. Chronicle on the double, and they're ready for SUYGETSU. They were watching it, but they turn just as he makes it through that smoke.
30 seconds
with
left.
support on the way from ardiis, they've got to deal with SUYGETSU here and now. 6 HP and he's dropped, but the op swinging through. It spotted Leo, but the shot wasn't fired, not just yet. 7 bullets. Leo not going to have time to reload, not going to have time to do anything. ardiis is here ahead of.
They've still got it in them here already as they look to build into the A site.
This Viper wall gives them a lot of space, but the knife not going to deny the wall, but any extra entry utility.
30 seconds left.
Leo to have Dizzy back online soon, and players shifting away. But it doesn't look like that direction change is going to be sustained. Chronicle perhaps selling somewhat of a fake. The Tiger's going out.
Yeah.
While the rest of the squad makes their way back into the A site. Dizzy up top. Wingman going for the plant, and Alpha picking up one. 15 seconds left, and they've just about got this done in time. And now NAVI are left scattered. 2 players on site, but they won't be taking the fights. At least you don't imagine they will until the rest of the squad rallies up. And now 4 players ready for the retake.
Yeah, they fell for the ruse and now have to deal with it. Alpha still kicking, in fact. He's just taken over the round already with 3 kills. It's looking like that knife available could catch every single member. It's definitely going to catch a few, 4 of them. That might have to put a stop to this, at least for now.
Well, they're definitely going to have to wait out the suppression. TP available to go back if they wanted it, but I don't think they do. Derke already finding 1 nade committed, and they'll take control of lamps. Here come the smokes. FNATIC looking to swarm the site. SUYGETSU catches an angle up top, but, well, he had nowhere to go there. Big swing out of Leo, flashes through, and looks like ardiis wants to do very much the same. A flash out of the smoke, and oh, they were concealed, but Chronicle came marching in. The molly almost dropped ardiis. He's down on 12 health. Shao is tagged low, and maybe Zyppan has to be the man to be setting the first foot on the site. Although with low HP, I've never seen ardiis back away from a fight. Zyppan down, now he has to be the man to do the damage. Here comes the swing! ardiis gets
Well, a round where, honestly, it was needed. If a single of these shots goes amiss, the reason they're pre-firing that angle is because Angel's game plan so far has just been to run, but it's just a little bit of extra information. And that's all they've really got from it.
Flash up and in. Response is a snake bite from SUYGETSU. Cam spotting another. That's 2 players around A. And the idea that Chronicle is in Bath is very much in their favor after the knife revealed him. ardiis swings through to catch the kill, but no, the punish is there. The numbers are equalized, but NAVI have got plenty more players to try to defend this A site. 3 in position up top. Zyppan not blinded, not even needed with SUYGETSU's shots.
Spike planted.
Made good. Boaster out of position. He tries to take advantage of it though. Getting up close on the triple box. Opportunity on the swing, but SUYGETSU is ready. Just holding the angle, expecting some sort of over-aggression and finding a third with the big swing. Alpha's the last man standing with the whole squad.
It's going to be used to take the space. Again, though, it hasn't got rid of the utility that's waiting there. Eventually, they're going to go straight through, but already, it's actually going to be Zyppan. There you go, the trade out. 23 seconds, they've got to try and make a move here. Alpha, though, has stepped on when needed. That's exactly what has turned this round on its head. Everything else failed for FNATIC, but Alfajer is still there.
Couldn't even get the thrash through thanks to a brilliantly placed knife coming out of ardiis, perfectly timed as well. Almost managed to catch the showstopper too. Shao got an angle there, making a little bit of noise. Thrash part 2, and this time it's caught one. They're chasing him down, running it, but Shao's there to protect. Flash goes in, doesn't go all the way, and Alpha realizes he doesn't want to get over aggressive. They'd already slowed them down with a thrash connection. That should be enough. It could be enough, maybe not. ardiis is in with 2. Alpha, the last man standing, suppressed as well. They've got him boxed in. The nade will keep him back. The swing
is going to be hit, but again, it's not broken. Wow, Alpha a little bit less lucky this time.
Decent connection to start. Viper's Pit, one of the big dangers if FNATIC did get the plant in. Now out of the round, Angel could be in trouble. This is a stinger up close in the trap. It might reveal, it might slow him down, but the shots need to be hit on the other side. There's the shoulder seen, spotted.
Left.
You expect that swing any moment, but Chronicle's just conscious of stepping into that trap. Flash used at the wrong moments. No way he could have known, but the snake bite came in. Landed just in time. Orbital strike pushes them way out in the open, and the kills come in quickly. There had to be.
Yeah, they're starting to fall into every single trap that's being played. I don't mind the idea from Chronicle just to try and
Cypher as well. Having all that time to sit back and calm, look in his camera, spotting them on the cross. There's 2 on their way over. Flash, nade used, but nobody is inside of lamps. NAVI have given up that control, playing on the backside instead. Angel wants to keep Bath in their hands. It'll be off the contact of Shao. He's pushed out by the orbital strike, and Angel's here! Maintaining all the control, grabbing the ult for information, and with 14 seconds left, you can't even commit to planting that spike. The reveal would be the end for you. There's the attempt at it, but the shots are fired back immediately. No space.
6 rounds in a row now for the side of NAVI. We don't normally sing the praises of their defense, and well, we talk about this man being hit and miss, but so far it's been nothing but hits.
All right, he took back a trap earlier on to place that one.
Camera taken out.
I mean, I can't question what the hell is going on inside Angel's brain, but I wish I understood it. Because the guy knows. He knows a lot more than I do. Oh, okay. No, that was too much. That flash, just a second too early. Maybe a little more.
Oh, they've thrown out Thrash here. FNATIC believing they can take this round home. It's going to be returned to Leo. SUYGETSU has got this timing spot on. There has to be somebody watching this, and there isn't. They are not ready for the swing. First his way. ardiis takes the other one away from him, but that doesn't mean he's stopping anytime soon. It's left all onto Boaster, and he has absolutely no idea where Zyppan is coming from.
30 seconds left.
Just an irritating position, and nade to bring him low as well. Forced out, he's not even going to get away. Nonetheless, it's not over yet, but that's not the start they were looking for already. Zyppan is going to find the opener and put them at a man disadvantage once again.
Yeah, Derke's first map was lights out. Not a good round from him here as he's shut down early and they go right into the judge of SUYGETSU to try and recover these disadvantages. Well, that's not going to happen. Mosh pit wingman committed. Traded weapon for SUYGETSU, and ardiis is picking them up on the cross while their eyes are set on lamps. They weren't ready for the hey, Tom, they've actually still got their Viper's Pit.
They have. They've had it for a while now as well. And I think the most dangerous thing in me, every single round, his setup is on the right side of the map. This time as well, they have the two agents that can bring the most delay. Seeker's in. Already going to be putting in a cage just to allow him to escape, but he's still hiding around the edge of the Viper screen.
30 seconds
the Seekers hasn't even allowed them really to clear anything. They're going to have to go through, pop through, but now the supporters come in. They're running into the trips. Still, you've got ardiis here, and he has not really been missing. They need to clear him from this corner. He's going to swing back out. Angel under pressure, but he's able to turn. Hits the deke and hits the shot onto Derke as well. He's done so much damage, and still just clearing him from this spot is going to be impossible. Finally, Alpha will put him down. But even still, they're going to have to stick the plot. They need to stick the landing, and it's not going to happen. SUYGETSU's already dropped it. The round's already over. And now it's about whether or not Alpha can survive. And the answer...
Decided the conclusion in our heads. Angel's been playing a lot of rounds where he doesn't have a second trap put down. He's always putting these wires in later into the round. This time it's destroyed off rip, and so is Derke. They finally try to take the space to delete Angel, and there's two players stood on top of the site waiting to take a fight. Where's Angel, you might ask? Inside of smoke, waiting to fight, avoiding the orbital strike on the site. A couple of these players are in awkward positions, and Angel is forced back by the flash. Shao, only good for one, returns an orbital strike to slow them. But with ardiis down, now it's looking winnable for FNATIC. 3 rounds on the board at the halftime. Viper's Pit coming through. Chronicle on another kill. This is it. They've even managed to take down Angel. It looks like it's all set up for victory on the side of FNATIC. Better late than never. 3 rounds. With a pistol, maybe they can make their way back through. All they have to do is avoid going down to Zyppan. Still, a little bit to play with. No utility, though. It's all down to the fight. Somewhere that Zyppan can definitely find himself coming ahead. And that's not looking to stress this one too much. Not looking to overcomplicate it. 5 players moving towards the A site. And guess who picks up the opening? It's ardiis. And Angel, well, he's keeping the theme of the first half. Bathroom control is all his. Boaster looks to battle the IGL on the other side, but the cage has bought enough time for him to tuck away, or maybe for Boaster to tuck away, and now come take this fight with Chronicle.
So much information. Angel just about survives. Should be traded out. Although now that he's got the info, he may not even want to fight this anymore. Plant still yet to come in. Boaster has been able to find one. Now he's desperately low. Alpha's still fighting. Normally good in these pistol round scenarios, but they're going to reposition this. I don't know if they'll expect the late lurk. It's left up to Boaster. Just 4 HP. As Angel wants to try and take him down. Maybe the disrespect. He's got to be careful. He's run out of bullets. They know exactly where he is. And on the other side, you can see Shao is like, well, you know what? I'm going to let the old boys fight this one out. Some fisticuffs, and I'll just go and support Zyppan on the other side of the map.
Angel gets right out of there. I mean, he's done his job. He's 3 HP, Boaster's 4. I guess Boaster won that fight. So he can hold his head high. Unfortunately, the rounds won't be matching suit. Double digits for NAVI, unless in the next couple of seconds, someone unplugs all their PCs.
I think even then the spike might go off.
At this point, yeah.
He's taken out SUYGETSU as well. A fantastic start, but funnily enough, the danger men are coming from a different position. Angel is one of them. Already looking, he's going to swing off this. And eventually falls back, and actually ardiis found another one. This is it, it's just falling apart. It's completely falling apart. It started so well for FNATIC, but they may even just have to save.
Spike planted.
It's probably the right call. But at 11-3, to be honest, I'm not even sure there is a right call. No. You do what you feel. And if Chronicle and Alpha feel like this is the win coming for them with the damage that's being called out by teammates, ardiis, SUYGETSU, both decently low. I don't know though, Tom. At this point, they've taken so long to get back in. The knife delays them. You also have to think about how much utility is still in play for NAVI. They have snake bites. They have mollies for post-plant. At a certain point, you realize this is done. And I think it's now. It's now that you've seen no one on the site. Why are they not on the site?
Player standing.
Because they're sitting. They had so many ways to fall back into that round. Space taken, but they can go back, and that's the idea. Angel is lurking up to try to find some space. Cage activated as he crosses through and takes Lamb's control. 2 players TPing the bathroom fight.
30 seconds
This is where
left.
Derke could end it. He could stop them here with the spike on the ground. There's one already, and the spike is the next one around the corner. Boaster picks up one in the back lines, but Shao finds it. He can still step forward with ZUYGETSU dropping Boaster. Another falls. Out goes Leo, and down he goes too. It looked like they could even win this on time, but now time is running low as the spike is planted. And Chronicle finds himself against Shao, Angel, and ZUYGETSU. Angel still on full HP. The Marshal looking to take him down. The Molly post plant, double snake bites as well. Shao and ZUYGETSU don't intend to fight. That's Angel's job, if even we get that far. And at this point, for Chronicle, he has to find these kills so quickly. He has to go steaming forward, and Angel's caught him, boxed him in, and shut him down. 13-3.